All right, and welcome back, everybody, to yet another episode of the Real Estate Center University series. My name is Simeon Papalias. I'm an operating partner of the Real Estate Center, and today I'm going to be discussing kind of the major highlights of what to expect and what the best practices are when selling your home and how to set it up for a success, giving both yourself a stress-free experience. And of course, any potential buyers, the ability to come into the home, feel great about the showing and or open house or whatever the case may be, and kind of helping you succeed in the least amount of time possible with the highest dollar, of course, sale. We're going to be talking about best practices from open homes to showings, the times, etc. What you want to do to prepare your home or what you should expect from your agent to prepare. So kind of setting the expectations for both yourself and your agent and maximizing every single thing in the process. The very first thing, of course, in this age of information and online capability, people and apps have progressed so much where I don't believe there's anybody looking for a home at this point that hasn't started their search online, which means you should have just like in the previous video we put earlier, which is preparing your home for sale, you want to start with curb appeal. Curb appeal online is nothing other than the pictures. The description is far less important than the pictures. People are looking at the pictures. People are visual. People want to understand and feel everything they can about your home, and of course the area that it's set in and where they're looking to buy. So working with an agent or working with a photographer off the bat, most agents do have connections with photographers, and I'm talking about professional real estate photographers, not portrait photographers, not artistic photographers, real estate photographers, guys who shoot homes for a living. So basically you want to work with a highly rated photographer, and of course Google that. And you'll be able to find many. But any agent worth their weight in gold is going to have many contacts and potentially working with some of the best in the business. I know our team does, and when we're listing homes, we get, and this is now even in condos, I'm looking at drone photography of the condo tower, panning in and out of the neighborhood, kind of capturing the shops, transit, and area influences around. And that really presents well and gives people, gives your listing an edge over other listings because it becomes more memorable, and it also gives the buyer exactly that experience. They're only going to see what you present to them. So remember that. It's not about what's there or what's not there. It's people can only see what you show them. So if you show them a beautiful video of a spring day in your neighborhood, or the distance you see the water, or whatever the case may be in your geographical area, you want to highlight the best of, and that's kind of what you want to present to people. Always put your best foot forward. So photography is by far one of the most important things to get people to your home to show it. Once somebody is there, what do they experience? Well, they experience the curb appeal, they're going to walk through your home, etc. But what is going to set your home apart? What sets your broker apart? And this is kind of why there is listing agents, there is buyer representative agents, people who specialize in these things. If you've been in the business more than a decade, you've probably, as a realtor, become an expert in both, maybe. I know I've personally sold thousands of homes at this point. I've also represented buyers, thousands of buyers at this point. So I can speak from my own experience, and I'll limit this discussion to my experience. But when I'm listing a home for sale, the number one thing I do with my client is I kind of do an intake form. So I'm not your agent because you're all over the world or all over the United States and Canada. So you're going to have an agent that you work with. But what you should demand of your agent is precisely what I'm going to cover now. You've prepared your home. Your home is beautiful. Pictures have been taken. But when I bring my buyer through, the first thing I do, so if I'm representing a buyer and I'm coming into your home, I'm going to pick your home apart. because that's what I do for a living. I'm going to find every single deficiency there is to be found. Why? Because I'm going to use those against you in an offer negotiation. So if you're on the selling side, now I've listed your home and a buyer comes in, the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to preemptively, as your listing broker, as the person representing you, I'm going to sit down, we're going to have all the niceties, we're going to have a piece of coffee and a piece of cake. We decided we're going to work together. Now I'm going to put on the hat of the buyer right in front of you. And I'm going to find every deficiency in your home. And I'm going to be extremely forthcoming and honest. And I'm going to try to pick your home apart. Why? To prepare you for what's coming to you next. And what are we going to do about it? It's not about discussing and identifying the problem. It's providing a solution. What we're going to do is we're going to find a home inspector in the area. We're going to walk through the home together. We're going to find the life expectancy of your major mechanicals. We're going to find the life expectancy on your roof. We're going to find every single deficiency in the home, and we're going to list it. As many items of those that we find, we're going to fix. For the ones that we don't want to fix, A, because of time, or all the myriad of excuses as to why somebody can't complete something before a sale, is why you're selling your home. So there's many legitimate excuses why not to. But at least we know them. And we're actually going to identify them and put them forward on a piece of paper called a pre-inspection, a pre-listing inspection. And we're going to have it sitting in a beautiful case in a nice leather folder on the table. When your buyer comes in, they're going to walk in to see a little flyer of your home with all the pictures. Welcome to 123 Annie Street. They're going to find the pre-listing inspection that's going to be from a qualified home inspector, identifying issues, life expectancies of major items, along other prudent information. And they're also going to find a second leather binder now with when you bought your appliances, the booklets from them, the warranties from your roof, everything that you've done to this home, maybe invoices from when your contractor came in and installed something in the home. You have kind of like a home's Bible. And this Bible is important. Why? Because it makes you look like you care for your home. It gives them the ability to embrace the home immediately. And even though the work was done by somebody else, it gives them the feeling that they hold on to that work, that it's theirs. This home and everything it comes with is theirs. So it gives the buyer confidence. It gives the transaction, instead of them not trusting the seller and what are they hiding from me, it makes them feel like these people are incredible, they're beautiful, they're transparent, and they're forthcoming. It changes the way the negotiation will take place. It changes and throws off typically most buyer agents' tactics. It disarms them. It gives you the edge. This is the reason why we do these things. These are the reasons why I set forward these things in motion. So between all these little tips and tricks, you're going to create an environment where you're going to be more than likely in control and more than likely on the winning side of that negotiation. Above and beyond that, now let's talk a little bit about the stress of selling a home. I have a crazy job. I work 10 to 14 hours a day. That's my typical day. My wife is a social worker and she works 10 hours a day minimum, 8 of them at the office, 2 or 3 here at home. We have two children. My daughter is almost 6 and my son just turned 3. So I can assure you that most people can relate to how busy my life is and how busy your life is because I see it every single day. That doesn't leave a lot of room for making dinner, being able to relax in the basement with the kids or go to their toy room or do the things that we normally do. When selling a home, you have to accommodate a stranger into your home every couple hours potentially. And the unfortunate thing about that is it becomes really tolling really fast. If at the end of a long day, you come home and then half hour later you get a little beep saying there's an appointment booked at 6 and I just got home at 5 and the kids haven't eaten dinner and all the things that go with that, it becomes stressful really quickly. So what you want to do to counter that is set a very clear expectation on showing schedules. So if you're in a home when there's both 9 to 5ers, it's very easy to have showings from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. And then you can resume showings again at 7 p.m. to 9 p.m., depending on the circumstances of your family. But there's only those windows where showings can be done, which allows you the opportunity to tidy up the house, come to the home, serve a quick dinner, and move out. You don't want to be there when buyers are coming through. Buyers want to be comfortable. Buyers want to make their comments. Buyers want to spend time with their agent really talking about home and visualizing themselves. If you're around, it's not a big deal, but you shouldn't be there. Why? Because they're not going to feel as comfortable as they would if you weren't there. So just keep that in mind. Open houses. I cannot stress this enough. Saturday and Sunday, no matter how fast the internet takes us into the future, people still want to look, feel, and touch a home. Open houses are important. Don't let anybody tell you otherwise. So at the open house, what you have to do is you have to ensure that your home's kitchen does not have smells, does not have dishes in the sink, does not have any of the things that would be excusable in other small circumstances. Like if somebody's coming to your home at 7 p.m. for a showing and it still smells like a steak dinner was just cooked, it's okay. People understand that you just had dinner. But if it's a pre-scheduled open house from 12 to 2 or from 12 to 4 on Saturday and Sunday, take the day to have lunch out or have breakfast at the home, vacate the premise, leave it spotless, make sure there is a nice candle scenting the air. Everything matters. Everything matters. It's so important. Guys, I've taken this a little bit too seriously. I know I'm a little bit too passionate sometimes, but these tips and tricks are extremely effective. They will change your experience. They will change the way your home is sold, and they will change and create an experience that instead of it being a stressful negative one, it will turn to be the best thing that's ever happened to you. From the Real Estate Center, my name is Simeon Papa Elias. On behalf of my partner Jas Takhar and I, thank you for watching. Please share this video if you found value. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel, and you can always follow us online on Facebook or Instagram. And of course, visit our site at www.therealestatecenter.com. There's always the contact forms there that you can ask any questions at all and reach out to us anytime. Once again, we'll see you soon. Thanks.